Oh, hello, viewer. Didn't see you there, because you're not in the room.
G'day, listeners. You're in Yahtzee's mind.
It's Let's Drown Out again, and this time we're playing a choice that should come as no surprise was Gabriels. He'll be playing it while I pretend to care.
No, look, this is, I loved this game in the 90s, and somewhere in the YouTube comments there are a bunch of other people who are 15 years old and smoked weed and played this game constantly, and high five for you guys. I just want to leave this, okay, see how this bit in the start is glitching really bad and going really slowly?
Well, I'm more hearing than seeing.
Yeah. This is Nintendo 64 emulation in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's problematic.
Well, and then here's the thing, you're going, oh, the game's gonna be broken. No! Yeah, see? The game's great, now it's fine, and the rest of the game plays perfectly fine. It's just that one opening bit won't emulate correctly.
Yeah, looks fine now. I'm not sure what I was worried about.
This was such a big deal. No
Looks
Mercy.
great. Hey, they forgot to capitalize the title there.
It's because they don't have Mercy. So, yeah, Yahtzee, I've got a very special surprise for us today. You and I are going to win a wrestling championship.
Oh, all my childhood dreams come true.
Which championship attracts you? Well, what do you think? What?
Can I tell you a little story?
Yes.
When I was in school, I used to have friends. Astonishing, I know.
I don't believe you.
We used to play fun games where we'd pretend we were like space adventurers or shit like that. But then, all my friends got into WWF. Specifically, collecting the stickers of WWF. And suddenly, there were no more spaceships, Gabe. Everyone would stand around the little huddles with little decks of stickers going, got, need. I had to befriend a dinner lady.
Wrestlers took my friends! That's
So
great.
you'll forgive my continuing attitude.
I never collected the stickers. I thought that was peculiar. I just really enjoy professional wrestling as a storytelling medium.
I did collect the Beano stickers, but
That
nobody else.
sounds even sadder. I don't
But
know what
nobody
that is.
else did.
I love that. You collect the stickers that nobody else does, negating any social purpose of sticker collection. Alright, look, what title do you want to win?
Social purpose of sticker
Yeah, well,
collection.
you know, that's what the kids were doing it for.
Well, I think we should go for
Hardcore?
go for our roots and take the European Championship.
Alright, European Championship.
Yes, ha ha ha.
and-
You're stupid American. What have you done? Oh, aren't you clever? Look at.
Yes, that's right. This is Yahtzee Croshaw fighting for the European Championship.
Well, I'm glad I chose that now. This is the best championship, obviously.
Also, Yahtzee, bear in mind, this game only has 90 preset fuck hideous faces, so this was the best I could do. Don't take
Jesus.
it as a personal comment.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, everything else about the character I created is a personal comment, but the face isn't.
I look like I've been smacked in the face with the ugly steak.
This is how Yahtzee walks after he's gotten laid. I've seen it. It's depressingly accurate.
I'm certainly very raw. Although, I'm surprised you haven't noticed that I don't wear that hat anymore, Gabe.
Well, yeah, but the same way you keep it on in your videos is the same way I was going to sort of add to the fact that it was you.
Well, I don't wear black button-down shirts and jeans in my videos, but you seem to have captured that well enough as well.
He's wearing black button-down shirt and jeans now.
Yeah, it's uncanny. And my sunglasses are tucked into the neck of my shirt.
Oh, god damn it, Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, I just face-planted into the...
Yeah.
I believe you people call it a turnbuckle. And
You
now
people.
we get to watch some sexual aggression for the next hour or so.
Well, you just hit a man in the genitals, so essentially, yes.
See, there's no art to that. There's no wit in going straight for the ghoulies. If this were genuine, I would take him down with a clever retort.
Well, taunts do play an important part in this game.
I'll bet.
This was, like, there was, amongst wrestling fans, the Akai engine is, like, this engine is heavily regarded as,
I mean, if this were a realistic wrestling game, you'd just, at the start, you'd be in your manager's office saying, so who's winning this one? Me, okay. and then that would just happen.
Well, yeah, the competition isn't in who's specifically winning. It's, oh, look at that. Yahtzee just pulled off a reversal against Eddie Guerrero. That's not easy.
Wow, my imaginary life is doing great.
Oh, beats your regular life. At least this one you're not drawing tits,
Well,
jerking off to them.
Hey. We didn't have the internet back in those days.
Okay, fun addition to that drawing tits story. Yahtzee couldn't draw faces, so he didn't.
Well, no, I mean,
He
you
was
don't...
just jerking off to disembodied tits.
Gabriel, you don't look at the mantelpiece while you're stoking the fire.
I do.
Well, anyway, let's settle into your boring.
Ooh, so that was a headlock takedown. That's showing some of your judo background there.
Let's settle into your boring homoeroticism and let's get started as soon as possible on the funniest topics we're going to talk about.
Well, I hope you have a bunch of topics, because I plan to just enjoy playing the game.
I bet you do. Well, I'm going to let you choose.
I stood on your face. Are you going to take that?
Well, it's up to you.
No, it's not. It's up to both of us. I need your power.
Fine, I'll sit here broadcasting my power in the form of drinking this lovely iced coffee.
Ah, good.
Yum. So,
Look, you're mooning them.
Okay.
Look, you're pointing to your genitals.
Actually, my genitals appear to have turned into a small picture
look,
of...
now you're flopping your wang at them.
I look like a chimp. What are you doing to me? I am a chimp. Waving.
I'm blocking this, you son of a bitch.
I'm waving at a sexual rival from across the jungle.
Penis! The reversal system in this is not bad, but like different to how you'd. Oh, yes.
Alright, Gabriel.
German suplex! It's the greatest of suplexes.
Alright, Gabriel, your choice. Do you prefer urination or pedophilia?
I'm gonna go urination.
Alright then, we're going to talk about the Sony PlayStation. Which, of course, I have sometimes referred to as the piss poor. That was my angle.
Okay. Thought you were just gonna break out some old VHS tapes.
So after all our complaining about consoles having no backwards compatibility, which for me is the major sticking point, there's talk, Gabriel.
Ooh.
There's talk of the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation Now streaming service that is in beta, I believe, of allowing the running of PS3, PS1 and PS2 games.
Oh, PS3 as well.
Well, the PlayStation Now service will apparently, as the rumours are saying, this is all rumours at the moment, will just be for streaming PS3 games, but not just to consoles, to phones and Sony TVs and tablets and all sorts of shit. And
that's kind of nuts, but cool.
Oh, something went down the wrong pipe.
Oh, you just went down on his knee. Take that, Eddie Guerrero. But may you rest in peace.
But the other rumour is that PS1 and PS2 software emulators are coming to the PS4.
Well, that's the thing. Like the PS, they said, oh, we can never get an emulator running on the PS3, and then anyone with a hacked PS3 knows that's bullshit because a friend of mine has a hacked PS3, and guess what? He has emulating on it.
Yeah, all the firmware's there.
Yeah, and it worked perfectly fine.
I know, and apparently they're just gonna come clean with the PS4 and bring.
Good job. Oh, the leg drop!
You and your homoeroticism.
It's you have to imagine professional wrestling as being like the ballet, but with less stylized combat.
You know, I've heard that before, but
look, it's okay if you personally don't like it, but I think disregarding anything as a medium of storytelling is kind of
And there's that little pixelated picture of the moon again.
Yeah. Well, you have to point to your genitals, Yahtzee. Without that, how do people know it's homoerotic?
Well, how do I know who's winning, incidentally? I mean, I have the longer bar, but it seems to fluctuate.
Well, that's your momentum. So I'm doing better at the moment. I was losing a bit at first because this game is actually a little bit tricky, but quite good. But now I'm dropping some legs, nailing some power moves, and we're gonna, you're gonna do your finisher. I call it the critical hit.
Okay, that's not that great a name.
Now you're headbutting him.
I look like I'm giving him lovely kisses.
Well, if you want to give Eddie Guerrero lovely kisses, I completely understand.
I mean, why did I have to entwine my arms with him while I was doing it?
Well, so he can't escape the headbutts. Here we are, Yahtzee time! Yeah! Ow, my face.
I'm not sure what
Now you're hurting Yahtzee time. Stop hurting Yahtzee time.
I'm not sure what you think of me in your private moments, but I think this is giving us quite an insight. But yes, PS1 and PS2 software emulation coming to PS4, possibly allowing both digital and disc play.
Oh.
And you know what? If I've given the piss poor a lot of shit, but if they do that, officially all is forgiven, Sony. It took bloody long, but I'm fully on board. I mean, I might even stop referring to it as the piss poor.
Instead, call it the good effort.
Yeah, perhaps. PC is still best, though. And I should mention that all of that is rumours. Perhaps perhaps even wishful rumours. The only source...
Master Race!
The only source we have for that is sources inside Sony. Could be the office dog for all we know.
It's a block of cheese with some mould on it that's been in the break room forever.
Going, woof, woof, backwards compatibility.
It's popular with the kids.
Why does he have fiery trousers?
It's part of the razzle-dazzle of professional wrestling,
I see. So, that face that I have, was that originally someone else's face?
Yes.
Dare I ask?
I have no idea. It's someone's.
Oh, right for the baggage check there.
Yeah, well, you have to hit genitals. Now it's the triple powerbomb.
So do you think, I suppose the question will be, do you think there could be truth in these rumours?
I think there could be truth in it. I mean, again, like the PS3 could do the games, it just didn't.
Well, yes. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it could have done this at any time.
Yeah, and
but
I think
it didn't. And some of this sounds a bit wishful to me, especially the allowing both discs and digital play.
Well, I mean, it could be one of those circumstances where the truth is getting mixed with the dream.
Man, you're obsessed with the bum thing.
It gives me momentum, so I can pull off my super move.
Oh, right. I was going to say you probably just have ideas for my bum.
If I wanted to see a bum, I'd just get you drunk.
No, man, even drunk, I have, like, a minimum level of dignity.
Yeah.
I'm not the sort of person who does the striptease on a table.
Fuck you, Guerrero.
I'm just far too repressed for that sort of thing. Hey, those aren't bootcut jeans. I call bullshit.
Start nitpicking the problems with...
Well, he's not wearing glasses for a start, but I wanted to be polite and not...
Oh, well, you can't wrestle with glasses. He walks down to the ring with glasses, but he takes the glasses off when it comes time to kick some ass, Yahtzee.
Speaking of arse...
Yeah. Dong, dong, dong.
I'm still not seeing who's closest to victory here.
Well, it's not like a traditional fighting game in that there's a health bar or what have you. It's...
Well, quite. Why are all those people in the audience, putting up signs for The Rock? Is The Rock just behind us?
The Rock's just everywhere. He was omnipresent back in the 90s.
I know that much. Even I, the non-wrestler person, knew that The Rock got around a bit.
Here comes the Yahtzee elbow.
Man, I'm such a showboating twat. I'm really starting to hate myself.
Yeah, you're becoming a natural heel, Yahtzee, see? God damn it. Fuck you, Eddie Guerrero, you magnificent bastard.
You failed at being me. Don't even try, man.
And for anyone wondering, I will totally upload the save file with Yahtzee Croshaw, so you too can play as him on WWE No Mercy.
Must you?
Yes.
Is there that big a community for it still?
Yeah, No Mercy is very popular.
Oh, there's a nose-shaped dent in the canvas now. Another baggage check. Man, I just got no
Fuck
class.
it, I'm just pinning him. I'm done with this.
Well, you thought you had before.
Yeah. Well, I nailed the Yahtzee elbow and everything.
So is there a Gabriel character we can all laugh at as well?
No.
I don't think that's fair.
Well, when you choose the game, you can make an embarrassing Gabriel character.
Well...
Yahtzee actually does a magnificent worm. It's one of his party tricks.
No, I don't. Don't listen to this man. Like the Barber of Seville thing is about my limit for party pieces.
All of my... I don't know, I can do one reasonable impression, and I can make my ribcage move.
Well, I can solve a Rubik's Cube. Although that probably wouldn't impress so much in the wrestling ring.
European Yahtzee Croshaw.
I certainly am. Well done. Although,
Ooh, see, now you've won the European Championships, now you have to defend it.
What's with the chapter headings looking like chapter headings from a fucking King's Quest game, by the way?
This originally started as King's Quest 8, and it went through some redesigns.
Man. Went around the... Oh, this works, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yahtzee versus the British Bulldog. Who is the most British? Well, obviously the one repressed enough to still be wearing a shirt, I would say.
Yeah, the British Bulldog is practically French compared to you.
Indeed. I mean, look at that hair. No,
I'm waving my peenie at you!
he doesn't even have hairy shoulders.
No. God damn it.
What were we talking about? King's Quest. I was about to say something.
Are we talking about the PlayStation?
Alright, let's go back to that then.
Yeah.
I think if the PlayStation does do all this and the Xbox doesn't do something equivalent, then it's officially over.
I mean, over is a bit of a statement, but yeah, I'd say it's going to definitely put a large marker in Sony's favor.
But even so, I think the PS4 would then exist just as some kind of archival device, where you play all the great console games that have been over the years, but then if you want to get serious, like a grown-up, you play on PC, where all the smart people are.
Well, see, the thing is, that's kind of what I like about the PC, is I have PS2 games on my PC.
Illegally.
Well, technically. I did own most of them.
You gotta support the artist. There I go again with the lovely kisses.
Lovely artsy kisses.
I guess I guess he must be French after all.
Yeah. I'll call that move the lovely Yahtzee kisses.
Why is the British bulldog wearing the Canadian lumberjack trousers?
Because his mother was Canadian.
Well, I feel...
Yahtzee walks the tightrope.
Oh, look at that. Look, that's romantic, that is.
Yeah.
But why did The Rock continue holding my hand? I played him for a sucker.
Yeah.
Did he momentarily think we were by the River Thames?
He thought your emotions were real.
Sniffing the flowers, holding hands,
He's
enjoying a
completely
lovely
heartbroken
ride.
now. So you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna choke
Oh, that
someone.
was one of those professional wrestling jump on the stomach without actually jumping on the stomach things, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The games we play.
It's a complex art form.
Yes, to look like you're actually doing something.
Yeah, when you're not, it's really hard. And the amount of, like, variables that go into this, the amount of injuries people suffer, like... Triple H tore his quad muscle and finished a match.
Okay.
And that's not easy. And the match had to finish on a leg lock, like Chris Jericho's finisher is a leg lock.
Straight from the stomach thing to the bum.
Yeah.
I got that down.
Stomach to bum. Ah, Yahtzee with the choke slam.
I'm thinking that must be one of those snap-in-place belt buckles, the ease with which it opens.
I've seen Yahtzee actually choke slam people.
No, you haven't.
He does it to fans.
Yep.
He doesn't like any of you.
Again, that was a pretty textbook look like you're hurting the man and not hurt him at all.
Yahtzee time!
I mean, if you wanted to see, like burly, brutal people, why don't you just watch
Oh,
MMA?
then Yahtzee gives him a stern talking to, telling him why his favorite game sucks.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing I'd do. I see British...
Oh, got the rope break.
I see British bulldoggers liking the Fable games.
And
And I'm like, why the fuck do you like those, you idiot? Peter Molyneux hasn't made a good game since Populous 2. or Theme Park or whatever.
If he could just get out of the habit of talking every game up like it's the cure for cancer, then we wouldn't have this problem.
See, I think what the problem is that Peter, God bless him, kind of lives on a different level of reality to the rest
He
of us.
sleeps in a hyperbolic chamber.
See, he lives in the world where people are... you know that film Her?
Yes.
Joaquin Phoenix has it off with a computer.
Okay, if you want to enjoy the movie Her, imagine the main character is Yahtzee Croshaw.
Peter Molyneux is sort of already mentally in that world.
Yeah.
He's all about creating an emotional experience, creating an emotional attachment to the characters in the game.
Before the technology can fucking support that.
So what that ends up with is just he puts in the system allowing you to marry any character in the game, even though none of them have any personality whatsoever.
Yeah.
You just sort of... I guess Peter's filling in a lot of blanks in his head there. Like saying, that's my wife Gertrude, she likes sewing. You don't see her sewing, that's just something I filled in my head.
This is how he understands human relationships. We're married now. We are the married. We live in the same house. This is love. Love. Love.
You know, you can't hate Peter Molyneux though.
He annoys me, but you have to respect the man. But I don't think you have to like him.
Well, yes. He did give us Syndicate, the first one, not the shitty FPS remake. And Dungeon Keeper. Isn't that being remade, Dungeon Keeper?
I think so.
I remember seeing a screenshot today, but it's like it's got a sort of like a Facebook game monetization model where you have to pay to get to have this thing finished building now. That sort of flappery.
I hate that. Yahtzee's taken to the skies. Oh, did you see that?
Yep, I saw how my legs very artfully arranged themselves around him.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think that if you're doing a video game, you might as well just have them contact each other, but that's just me. I don't get a lot of things. Why don't you just watch MMA if you want to see this sort of thing? It's real MMA.
Drama. And also, oh, the Yahtzee suplex.
Oh wow, that table totally wasn't set up to do that. Oh, now we're having a lovely British cuddle.
Yeah. That's what all Englishmen do after they accidentally injure each other. One just lays gently on the other.
Yeah, you know when you know how in American Werewolf in London, like the American tourists come into the pub and all the British people are suspicious and wearing flat caps. The moment the American tourists left, they're all like, phew, let's all lie on each other's stomachs again.
Tummy lies! Who wants tummy lies?
Oh, that was like a Godzilla claw, that was. That was a kaiju attack. It was just missing the building behind him.
Fucking suplex you through a table below.
Oh, the Rock's sad.
It's not the Rock.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Oh, the British Bulldog's sad.
Every wrestler's just the Rock.
Oh, no one takes me seriously. Oh.
Look at my penis!
Oh,
look at it!
Oh, he's trying to make me look at his cock.
So, but the basic gameplay mechanics of this are, there's grapples.
All I'm seeing is homoeroticism, and then after a while,
Sometimes you see what you want to see.
After an arbitrary amount of time, you pin them, and eventually that works.
Well, the idea is that you start out like healthy and whatnot, and you have to
yes, I get
wear their fucking endurance down and get them to a point where you can.
I get that. I'm not seeing where the endurance is indicated.
Well, it's those little meters down the bottom. See, now I'm special.
Well, you certainly are.
Yeah. We're gonna nail him with the Yahtzee elbow again.
Are
you prepared, Yahtzee?
Yeah.
Put all your power into your elbow.
Can we call it the Yahtzee elbow?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What?
I fucked up.
You fucked up, sir. You certainly did fuck up. He was waiting really patiently for you to do it as well.
Yeah, don't worry.
He was like,
we're gonna slap him in the face and talk to him instead.
He was like, you gave me elbow blue balls. He said, shut up, you'll take what I give and like it, bitch. Let's now stick your leg in the air and tell me you love me. Well, this is certainly selling me on the concept.
Well, I mean, again, it's like it's like Vegemite. If you weren't raised on it or you don't have a predilection for it already, you won't be interested in it.
See, that worm there is just sort of crafty way to disguise sucking him off.
Crafty way to disguise tummy rubs.
Yes.
And here we go. He just said he liked a game you hate. You slapped him.
I bitch slapped him.
And then you told him that his opinion was wrong.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening there. And see, it's not the slap that hurts. It's the dressing down.
Yeah, that's the Jerry Springer approach there.
Yeah.
I've just told him that I'm fucking his man friend.
You hurt his feelings so significantly, he just couldn't summon up the energy to kick him off.
I'm reaching depths in his butthole you couldn't even dream of. That's what I'm saying when I'm pointing the finger.
And thinking when you're just at home alone by yourself.
Why do I suddenly long for the touch of a man? Oh, this guy's got a big smile on his face. Let's see what we can do about that.
Kind of glued there. Yeah, now you're defending your championship.
Okay.
Because it's important, you know, once you've won.
Well, I wonder how this dispute will resolve itself.
Look, you've got the title and everything.
Nice. Why have I got a new font?
Because it's for King of the Ring.
Okay.
I gave you a nickname, Nasty Yahtzee Crowshaw, but for some reason it's not showing up, which is kind of annoying because I was sort of proud of that.
You missed a trick there. You could have called me Nazi Yahtzee Crowshaw.
Well, no. I've already made that joke once ages ago because I wanted to call you Nazi Scrimshaw, mostly because I wanted to use the Scrimshaw.
Yeah, well done. You noticed the one word that rhymes with Yahtzee.
Well, it wasn't for the Nazi thing. I wanted Scrimshaw. Scrimshaw.
Actually, paparazzi works as well.
Yeah, I actually got halfway through writing a version of the Lady Gaga song Paparazzi called Fucking Yahtzee.
You know, the listeners are just getting this picture of you in your spare time, just making lots of fan works of me.
Yeah, all that Equestria, that Yahtzee and Equestria book, which you can pretty much look up and read, kids. I wrote that. That's totally me. You're right.
How? Now that was going in strange places.
Yeah, you do like a full flip. Ah, fucking see, this is the guy you beat the first time around, Eddie Guerrero.
Well, this is hardly fair.
No, it's not. Welcome to wrestling.
I mean, which one of them gets the belt? if I lose.
Well, the Edge is officially part of the match, so he'd get the belt, but, you know...
But it's cheating.
Yeah.
He shouldn't get the belt. This is the kind of bullshit that really takes me out of the drama. Well, this is going to continue in a similar tone for a while. Kind of hoping that Sony topic would spark a bit more of a debate, but...
Well, debate about... I mean, yeah, I think that's... I mean, again, here's... It's... They should... Yeah. I'm too busy wrestling.
Yes. Come on, multitask.
Backwards compatibility. You have shitloads of fun, great games. Let me play them.
See, the move I would expect would be to allow digital downloads of old games, but not, you know, the playing of the old discs.
Playing of the old discs, that I'd be surprised, because that requires them to actually, you know, read and understand the discs. But yeah, I mean, a PS1 game is not a big file these days.
And still runs CDs, right? The PS4? Presumably.
Yeah,
I mean, every DVD drive I've had runs CDs as well.
Oh, look at that. I successfully defended you from two shirtless men.
I mean, I completely don't understand the difference between the technology.
No, neither do I. I could understand if someone said the PS4 can't play a PS1 disc because of reasons. Like, I just go, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's still, like, really anti-consumer bullshit asking you to pay for the game again.
Well, I mean, that's if you played it the first time around. Like, I think services like this are really great ways of getting old games that maybe wouldn't have gotten played, you know, onto the...
Well, yeah.
You know, because, come on, I need to get my special move done. No, special, come back. Fuck you, Edge.
I reckon there should be like a legal thing where if you've bought a copy of a game, you should just be permitted to play whatever methods are made available to play the game on.
Right, and that would necessitate having kept the receipt from, you know, Big W for your PS1 copy of Crash Bandicoot from 1998.
Or you do it like the honor system.
Or you could just pay, like, you know, $5.
What, to a company that's already got so much money they might drown in it? I'm afraid for their lives. They might drown in all my money.
Dude, you're rich.
I am not rich.
$5 is not a lot of money to you. $5, you know, I can live on, but I'd still not consider $5 a lot of money. Like, if they go, here's Crash Bandicoot, $5, I'd go, oh, okay.
I would classify rich as never having to work again, and that's not where I am.
Yeah, fair enough. But I mean, it's Nintendo's big problem with DLC at the moment, or, you know, pricing their old games for digital distribution is fucking horrible. Like Balloon Fight for $6. No.
I unlocked Balloon Fight in the GameCube version of Animal Crossing once.
Yeah, that's how it should be. It is not a $6 game. They have like shitty, like some of the worst first generation SNK games for like $15, and that is bafflingly unreasonable. Like, Nintendo has no idea how to price their fucking digital downloads.
Well, funnily enough, this segues to our other topic that I had prepared. And if you remember, I asked you to pick between urination and paedophilia. Urination was the piss poor. Paedophilia, of course, is Nintendo's current state. I only really started collating the news posts on it this morning, but it really is looking bleak. Well, it started when I saw a story saying that the Batman Arkham Origins DLC will be available for every console except the Wii U version, because the developers basically put a sort of like feasibility analysis on it and then thought, not really worth the candle.
No, I don't blame them.
And that's just putting the boot in, because that makes the version of Arkham Origins on the Wii U demonstrably inferior.
Yeah.
But Nintendo really is in the walk of life. Sorry, dire straits.
Well, their stock price went back up.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. It went back up. Just not for any great reason. Like, again, the stock prices just fluctuate. The whole, like, Nintendo dropped 18 points was, you know...
Well, that's stock for you.
Yeah, like, the Nintendo dropped 18 points is that's just media hyperbole and people not really understanding how shit works. But it's not to say that they're not in the Wii U branding was badly done.
Why did the funny man have a bell in his pants?
All wrestlers have bells for testicles.
I see.
Yahtzee dance!
I'm trying to make my bells...
Yahtzee elbow!
Trying to make my bells jangle. Now admire my bells.
They need, like... You know, it's the old thing of, like, here's what Nintendo need to do. Well, Fuck you, game.
You keep fucking that up, don't you?
Yeah, well, you have to, like, be at a really specific distance away to get sort of ground specials to activate.
This game strikes me as a bit easy. I mean, those guys were just... That guy was just lying there while you were doing all the showboating. Now giving him lovely kisses in other ways.
Groin kisses.
Well, that was more of a tummy kiss.
Tummy kiss. Who wants it? Who wants a tummy blow?
That's not what a tummy blow sounds like.
I'm not doing that one into my hand that hard. You do it, Yahtzee. You do it. Okay, like everybody lay down, close your eyes, and lift your shirts up. That's Yahtzee tummy blowing you.
He's still got that stupid grin on his face. Look at that.
Yeah, the faces can't change. It's a Nintendo 64.
He seems a bit punch drunk.
But they didn't, like, Nintendo didn't capitalize on getting Wii's out. They didn't capitalize on any of the goodwill they had.
Well,
the Wii U sounds like an addition to the Wii, which was fucking retarded.
I think the Nintendo's problem was that they fell into a sort of arrogant place.
Ooh, that's a bad place to be.
Especially after the success of the Wii.
You're dead, Yahtzee. Which is funny, because Eddie Guerrero is actually dead.
You must be thinking of somebody else, for I am demonstrably alive.
And you're also gonna fuck Eddie Guerrero's shit up. With,
Didn't we already fuck that guy up?
Yeah, but he's, like, having a tantrum.
In a corridor?
Yeah.
What the fuck was he doing there?
He runs away on his knees, because he's a scaredy cat, because he's a heel wrestler.
Okay, I didn't think heel wrestler was that literal. But Nintendo certainly does... seem to have been pissing off a few horsemen of the apocalypse. The current president, Satoru Iwata, has taken a voluntary pay cut of 50%.
He also cut his finger off in front of a picture of Hiroshi Yamaguchi.
Yeah, I figure he's gonna commit seppuku next.
Japanese stereotypes. But, like, if they...
We voiced a rumor, like, a couple of weeks back that they were considering moving into mobile devices.
I'm glad they don't.
Apparently that's been quashed, but they have mentioned that they are open to the idea of mergers and acquisitions.
With what?
Well, the article I read said, in a very sort of completely unsubstantiated way,
yeah, I'd imagine,
that there's a very faint smattering of a rumour pointing to Apple as a possible partner.
That'd be interesting.
Well, match made in heaven, if you ask me. We're a company that makes lots of incredibly white devices with slightly creepy operating systems. We have a really dedicated, almost cult-like fan base. Who could we pick for a kindred spirit in this world?
I mean, it's just weird, because, like, the same things that keep Nintendo from being really shitty with DLC, like, they give away shit for free, they, you know, make stuff available quite well, they release full games.
They have a lot of the right ideas.
Yeah.
Like, they still make sure their consoles focus on the local multiplayer.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of good there, but it's also the same thing that's holding them back in a lot of ways.
They're just arrogant. That's the thing. They're like, you're gonna buy our shit because we've got such a legacy. And they've always been a very sort of, you know, very insular sort of company.
Yeah.
Sort of cut off.
Well, when Iwata was like, yeah, we haven't been paying attention to, like, foreign audiences, we're like, it's just like...
Well, that's the least of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's that... Are you insane? Because that's what killed Sega, was...
Well, it's lucky no one else was having a fight in the ring while this was going on, isn't it?
Nah, it just sits empty most of the match. But, I mean, that's what killed Sega, was Sega of Japan thinking, like, oh, yeah, no one else matters.
Get back in this corridor, you cheeky man.
Yeah, so I can bean you with a bit of table.
I got this jagged bit of wood. I prefer the corridor setting. Just reminds you of the corridor from the start of Terminator 2 when Arnie and, what's his name, fight for the first time.
T-1000.
Yes, Robert Patrick. Anyway, what were we saying, Nintendo?
If they got... I mean, they have, again, one of the best back catalogs. If they really... Well, if they had an idea about what to do with it...
Well, they've got, like, solid IP with good profiles, but they haven't done good things with any of it for a while.
Having a way of playing their GameCube games easier, though, because a lot of the GameCube games didn't get very good distribution, and didn't get around.
Yeah, that was the problem, like, the arrogance again.
Yeah.
They weren't big on third-party support.
Just costing them...
Well, they did,
But, you know, if they got some Wii U's in fucking homes... and started to aggressively push for more third-party support, they could kind of turn this generation around a little bit.
Yeah, well... who wants to develop for the Wii U. It's all got completely different hardware to everyone else. And there's that obligation to use that weird touchscreen in ways that don't really go anywhere. Is he walking into your bin?
Yeah. So I made him regret it.
Okay. Yeah, you're just fighting over that bin.
Yeah.
Saying it's my turn to take it out.
My bin! Mine!
I think you've both got a crush on one of the hunky bin men. Saying, I want to flash my eyes at him as he picks up our garbage.
Winky winky! I want you to do me on the back of a garbage skip.
He's ran away again, what a pussy.
Let's take this to a pleasant bar.
Yeah. Yes, we're getting easily distracted by all the man meat being thrown around. Oh,
Now we're in a bar.
This is a nice little bar.
Yeah.
Can you pick up those darts and start enacting a bottom-style Rick Mail and Adrian Edmondson cartoon fight?
No, but I can pick up a pool cue.
Let's stick it in his eye and play a comedy squelch sound effect.
Oh, I fell on my bottom.
They always look so sad when they fall on their bottoms. So wait, we won the championship, right?
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero's upset with us because we've been winning the championship, so he attacked us in the back.
Well, what does he want? That's sports for you.
Yeah.
What an unsporting fellow.
It's the passion of professional wrestling.
I guess because he's a heel, right?
Yeah.
So by implication, then I must be a face.
Yeah. You're a face for this one.
That doesn't seem accurate.
It doesn't, does it?
I don't see, that doesn't seem like face-like behaviour to me. One could argue that's the opposite of face. The literal opposite of face.
Bum. Bum is opposite of face.
I don't see why it's not. What was so unsmart about releasing Nintendo games to mobile platforms? I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog had a mobile version. It was shit.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is I don't think they're gonna release. I don't think Nintendo are gonna go enough to make the games good. I think they're just gonna release a bunch of shitty games on the mobile, and then we'll be like, oh well, that was unpleasant. No one will make money, and everyone will be unhappy.
I think what it is that Nintendo are emphasizing the home, slightly more casual, local multiplayer gamer, when the tablet device is kind of making all the strides in that department.
Yeah, like the phone is... Because that's a problem. A dedicated device for gaming is like a why have it when you've got a phone which can also do gaming.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps one day the dedicated gaming device will be like having a landline phone in your house.
Probably will be, yeah.
You'll just have like a PC where just everything goes from there.
Oh, Yahtzee suplex!
Or
through
even,
a pool table!
Or even just
Pin!
Or even just into your TV. That's what they're talking about with the PlayStation Now thing, streaming games directly to your TV.
That's pretty impressive, actually. Like, I'll pay that.
Well, you probably need a pretty good internet connection.
I was going to say, yeah, we're going to have to do this on Australia's sticks and kangaroo-based internet.
It's not great. I mean,
had a chance to fix that, and then a bunch of stupid, easily distracted morons voted for a shithouse government.
I mean, I thought about doing like looking into doing like live streaming, but not with Australian connections. I wouldn't think.
Yeah, download here, kind of grim. Upload, abysmal.
Yeah.
You're almost fucking. It's almost dial-up upload here. Like, how long does it take to put the videos on the YouTube?
Could you turn away from the mic when you're coughing, please?
Did I cough directly into the microphone? I thought I did. I was looking at you.
No, you weren't. Yeah, don't cough on me either. Thank you very much.
You're my tissue into which I will produce a phlegm gem.
Chapter 5, Punishment. That looked exactly like, like a connecting image.
Like your weekend.
Connecting image on a Dante's Inferno adaptation.
It's a bit of fun.
Oh, is this a new story, is it? Oh, we're interrupting a match. Oh, nice. I guess we're petty as on top of everything else. Well,
this is you in a nutshell, yeah. Now we're getting closer to Yahtzee Kershaw's true character.
Yep, this is making a lot of sense.
Other people are having a match. I'm going to spoil it.
So, buck your ideas up, Nintendo.
It's a weird. The insularness is the insularity
It's
of
the
them
problem.
is the problem.
Yeah, I mean,
but-
the reactions that they've been saying lately about considering mergers and other things, and
Okay,
saying, it's been like the lone adventurer has returned to the island tribe and said, "You won't believe what they've got over there. They've got smartphones. We should make games for them."
Although here's the simple solution to this problem: Pokemon MMO. I don't even like Pokemon or really play it. I haven't played it since Red. That still would sell a fucking kajillion Wii U's.
See, I'm not sure it would,
Really?
because an MMO is a social thing, and Pokemon is more of a 100% completion mad RPG player thing.
Dude, Pokemon has a very big social component.
Well, yes, I mean, there's like the sharings things.
Well, yeah, and
But I
battling,
would
like-
say, like, the big part of it is just done within the single player.
I'm going to say that if there was a Pokemon MMO, people would go batshit for it.
Well,
I'm not sure where you're getting the idea that people wouldn't be really enthused about a Pokemon MMO.
Well, I don't like multiplayer.
I'm not talking about what you like.
What I'm saying is that I don't like multiplayer or MMOs or Pokemon. So
neither do
perhaps,
I.
So perhaps I'm the very least person you should come to.
Well, no, but neither do I. But I'm saying that would make money. I mean, I can detach myself from what I like to what would make cash. And come on, the Pokemon always sells. The kids love it. People have been bitching about wanting one for fucking eons.
Possibly, but Nintendo, as we know, have an aversion to online gameplay.
Well, yeah, but that's been really changing. Not like, I mean, I wouldn't say changing exactly, but you know when we were playing Mario, and they're like, oh, here, everyone, here's some Mii's with people giving advice.
Well, that's not really online.
I know, but
gaming.
it's
That's
this
just-
first step.
That's social gaming. That's
Yeah.
not online gaming.
Well, I believe it's the first step toward a broader
Oh, who's this incredibly handsome fellow just come into the ring? Decided he
double team.
Hey, I kicked your ass like twice, once in a hallway.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it again because I'm that petty. And here's a lovely kiss.
Lovely kisses.
Yeah, lovely kisses in your face.
Yeah,
And
sing the
your-
lovely Yahtzee kisses song, Yahtzee.
I don't know the lovely
Well,
arts
make
kisses,
it
but
up.
perhaps you could furnish us with that one.
I'm lovely Yahtzee. I wanna fist you with my dick and dick you with my fist.
That's not a lovely kissing song.
Gonna put it in your butt when you're not paying attention. Ah, I fell on my ass.
A lovely kissing song would be something like, close your eyes and step to me. I will flutter like a bumblebee over to your face and put your face onto mine. And then we will both be having a lovely sexy kissy time. I write poetry for a living.
See, I totally just got you to sing the song. That was,
Well, I was actually just stalling a bit while I made that up.
yeah, that's all it takes. Yahtzee suplex. Oh, it's actually a sleeper suplex, which is a very Japanese finishing move. Japanese professional wrestling hates necks.
Now, why would I be doing that's cute. That's teamwork.
Yeah.
That's endearing. Is this guy my wife? Is he my common law wife?
Yeah, you know, in the countries that recognize it, yeah.
Well, anyway, Nintendo doesn't like the old online multiplayer, and I like that it doesn't like the online multiplayer because, as I say, I think the console is better suited as a
Suited for
local multiplayer system.
I
And Nintendo seems to be the only company that seems to agree.
yeah, that's the thing. Nintendo's weird old-timiness, again, in some ways is great.
There'll always be room for toys. It's just that the toy market is kind of being pulled out from under them by universal devices.
Yeah.
I think that's their issue. Maybe they should make a Nintendo smartphone. How about that?
Just make it an update for the 3DS.
That's the trouble with Nintendo, isn't it? Their name is so indelibly linked to gaming, you wouldn't really take anything else they made seriously. Would you buy a Nintendo fridge? Like, everyone thinks, haha, Nintendo fridge, can you play Mario on it? They say, no, it's just a really well-made fridge.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Oh,
oh,
we'll stuff you then.
well, I'm not that interested then. Well,
But it's a really well-made fridge.
why did you call it the Nintendo fridge if there's no Mario on it? That's Nintendo's problem. Sony, they can make fridges all they like. They make TVs and they got a movie studio.
Kicking that guy in the face.
Even Microsoft can. I mean, it would be a bit of a wrench, but you could sort of see them going into the fridge market.
Would
They do operating systems.
I don't know,
There's
man.
a lot of
Westinghouse would send their goons around.
there's a lot of online fridge concepts going around, isn't there?
I think all of those are terrible.
I agree. I mean, it says it automatically orders new food when you run out, but what if you realise you didn't like that food?
Yeah.
And you want to buy like a different kind of chutney next time?
I mean, that's a weird solution to what is ultimately not a problem.
And also, I like leaving the house to do my shop.
Yeah.
I mean, I could buy a coffee machine and not have to go down to the cafe every morning around 9, but then I wouldn't get a nice walk.
You wouldn't get out of the house at all.
Wouldn't get a nice breath of fresh air. Wouldn't share a smile with the lovely barista I think has a thing for me.
Don't. Okay, here's how you tell the barista actually has a thing for you.
They remember my drink.
Yeah, that's called doing a job. Because I've seen this so many times. 'Cause, like, working at the bar, or working in any bar, you will see the people hitting on the female bartender, and it is always so fucking depressing.
Yeah.
She's nice to you because it's her fucking job.
Yeah, I realised that, man.
Yeah. And like I say, like, you're not going home with the female bartender unless she has her hand down your pants, and even then it's not a sure thing.
Hey, he's ripping off my leg in the air style.
Yeah.
So props to Guerrero, he's like holding it together manfully.
Really is. Yeah, he died tragically of a heart attack.
Really?
He used to take a lot of steroids and painkillers, and then he got completely clean, and then his body was still kind of conked out. And then the other guy, Chris Benoit, he killed his family and then killed himself. So this has actually just been a very grim match we've witnessed. Yeah, Guerrero died of drug-related heart problems, and Chris Benoit snapped, murdered his family, and then killed himself.
You'd almost think
You're the least distressing person in that ring.
You'd almost think this whole industry promotes an unhealthy mindset and lifestyle.
The mindset's not so bad. The lifestyle can be a bit brutal. There's a lot of travel, and yeah, you get dinged up.
Well, that was a fun match invasion. Are we going to be disqualified now, as we should be?
No, now it's provocation.
Question mark interrobang? Wait, what? Oh, wait, is he making it up?
Probably. Oh, Yahtzee, I finally got a shot at the Intercontinental title.
Good for you, Eddie Guerrero. How many times are we going to have to beat down Eddie Guerrero?
Come on,
for fuck's
Yahtzee!
sake?
This is the Yahtzee walk.
Couldn't we just live
There
in
it is, nasty Yahtzee Croshaw.
We picked the worst possible formatting for the text there.
People think I'm joking about you being like that when you get laid, but it's like night and day.
Well, I have noticed I do tend to walk like that, but that's just because I have poor posture and gangly limbs.
Tall person syndrome.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is you finally dealing with Eddie and showing him what's for.
Okay. Because this whole campaign or story or whatever you want to call it has been good one note so far. It's been beating up the dead Spanish man.
Yeah, we beat up a dead Spanish guy, we beat up a dead Canadian guy.
Yeah, and then we helped a murderer.
Yeah, it's a trip down very sad memory lane for me.
So, who else? Andre the Giant died horribly as well, didn't he?
That was, yeah, like...
Hey, look who's coming in. I don't know who the fuck it is.
That is D'Lo Brown, who...
What horrible thing did he do in his life?
Well, he was D'Lo Brown. That's mean.
Okay. Did he beat his wife?
No, nothing really. He's not a very popular wrestler when he was a wrestler, and not a very popular wrestler now. Ah, fuck off.
Just generally mediocre sort of personality.
Yeah, and now we're getting...
Hey, don't give my groin lovely kisses.
Lovely groin kisses.
Well, now it's me against...
Yeah, now it's not fair.
No, it's not fair at all. Well, I'm out of topics.
Are you really?
Well, I just had I figured they were big enough to carry us through, but I underestimated how boring and repetitive this game is.
I'm having a great time.
Oh, what's happening now? Someone getting smacked in the chops? Oh well,
yeah,
I missed
now you're getting beat up.
Crazy.
I actually see. I don't hate the Wii U. I hate that there's just no games fucking for it really. And people go, oh, what about that? And then there's like, yeah, there's like 3.
Yeah. You know how many games the PC's got? Like 1 billion.
Oh, get up.
1 billion from every walk of life.
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Dead Souls lately.
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls.
There is no Dead Souls. You can have Demon Souls. You can have Dark Souls. I've been trying to play Dark Souls, but I kind of got in...
Losing because you suck?
Well, I haven't played it in a while because I got kind of back into Minecraft in a big way. At the last few nights, I've just like started up at like 9 PM and think I'll just tinker with it for a bit before bed, and then end up going to bed very late. But I have been meaning to play...
Craft has you again.
I did, I wasn't really sold on it when I first got it, because it just... You know, I like a game that at least... I like a game that challenges, but I like a game that at least gives you an inch. And I didn't really want to, you know, do all the grinding one needs to do to become good at it.
See, the grinding hasn't been an issue to me, because it's always been a rather purposeful forward grind, you know? Like, I don't feel like
Speaking of the forward grind, here's my crotch again.
My groin! My precious antique groin! Duh.
The thing with Dark Souls is that I did watch like a Let's Play series of it, and that made me think, oh, it is actually quite an in-depth and interesting game.
Yeah, it's a very good game.
But it's just got such a big wall in front of it for me.
It's...
I mean, I'm not shit at games, I just don't have much time to play them, and you need to give Dark Souls a bit of time.
Yeah, and you will... I don't know. I've found myself greatly enjoying it.
I'm starting to feel like my avatar has a crotch obsession. And also is gay.
Gay crotches.
So where are you?
Pro-homo.
So you know, I think the furthest I've gotten in Dark Souls is I killed the first boss in the undead rampart thing, and then I'm not sure where to go from there.
Okay, yeah, you haven't got very far.
No, I know that. Where are you at?
I'm fighting an enormous wolf that someone gave a sword to.
Oh yeah, I saw that in the Let's Play.
Great Grey Wolf Sith.
That is something I like about the game, is that there's all this backstory in it, but it's all just sort of in the background.
Yeah, it is, and between there's no cutscenes really beyond a few like there's a boss moments.
Yeah.
And there's very little story told at you.
That's what I like about your Half-Life and your Half-Life 2. All the story, and Silent Hill 2 as well, actually. All the stories, the cutscenes don't really try to expose anything.
Yeah.
They just sort of continually build a world.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of have a policy when I'm writing something that requires exposition, is just not to bother with it. Just write in that word, and you know, the sharp ones will just pick up the details that you're unconsciously putting out. Like if you just write, and then I flew my spaceship home. The audience goes, oh, we're in a world with spaceships. I'm simplifying, obviously.
Honestly, you'd like to think that'd work, but
what I'm saying is you don't have to have a... You don't have to
Yahtzee
put
dance!
What I'm saying is you don't have to have a paragraph before that saying, incidentally, there are spaceships in this world.
28 pages explaining how the hyperdrive works.
You just say, and then I got on my spaceship, and then wham, it's a space game. Film. Book. Whatever you're doing. See, what was all the bouncing off the ropes for if you're just going to stop and then elbow drop onto his face?
It's for the razzle-dazzle, Yahtzee. Razzle-dazzle hurts. It's a little-known fact.
Tummy kiss.
Tummy kiss. And then the worm.
So have we won now?
Do you ever win? How long have we been talking for?
52 minutes and 58 seconds.
I only got about 10 minutes. I want to talk about Dark Souls more.
Okay, I think talk about Dark Souls then.
Yeah, but between the fact that the story is not rubbed in your face, ever, like at all, makes you really curious to find out more. Makes you really curious to explore and to, like, read into what you see.
Yeah.
And the lack of any loading screens. And I know there are, like, tricks where it's like, here's a long corridor and whatnot, but it feels like one giant coherent world, which is just great fun.
You gotta tease it, man. Sometimes I find, you know, a form-fitting silk dressing gown far more enticing than a naked lady standing on my couch and thrusting into my face.
I am a bit like that as well. Like, I don't want to meet your labia first.
Yeah.
It just seems to spoil the fun. You know, it's like presents. You gotta unwrap that thing.
I want to get to know your labia. I want to explore
Gently
your labia.
coax it out.
I want to explore your labia on my own terms.
Discuss the current geopolitical situations with it.
Maybe I want to tickle it with a feather duster first.
I had a girlfriend that was insanely ticklish. Like,
maybe I want to look at it through a window in the building opposite with binoculars.
Without your knowledge.
Yes.
Because I'm gangster like that.
Yes, I just want to appreciate your labia the way I want to. Why are you being so fucking selfish?
Don't lock that away. Let me see it. Let me see it. I'm sorry.
Don't look up your labias, ladies.
I love how this started out as like...
Oh, shit.
Ooh, Guerrero's teaming up. Oh, Yahtzee, who do you want as your partner?
Oh, do I get to choose?
Yeah. Christian, Saturn, or test?
Those are. I know what all of those words mean.
That's great. That's
but in
just a
this
series
context, it makes no sense.
That's just a series of nouns.
I don't know. Go for test, because that doesn't sound like a wrestler name.
Test's dead too, so you've managed to like complete the horrible death triumvirate.
You know, you should never start an expositional paragraph with "as you know."
It makes it look like they're in the middle of a conversation as opposed to not just stating what they're already doing like nobody does.
What a mercenary figure this Test is.
Yeah, he died.
Seems like this holding on to the championship thing is being drawn out a bit.
Yeah, it happens in the real wrestling as well. The thing is, like, different things happen. Like, if I'd lost one of the matches, the story deviates. That was one of the best things about No Mercy, was it did loads of, like, the original wrestling sort of storylines changed slightly, and it had, like, little branches so you could go through and play again.
Couldn't I just win the championship, and then retire, and then put the belt on my mantelpiece, and enjoy life?
Pretty much. Or you could just do what wrestlers do and work yourself to death.
Well, that's usually what they do, because that's all they're good at, isn't it?
Yeah.
Putting themselves under massive stress for money.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty much any job, really, except... Oh, what would be a non-stressful job? I mean, I'd like to tease you and say your stupid job, but...
Being the ice cream tester at the ice cream factory.
Being a game critic.
Being the one who cuddles children at the children's hospital.
Dude, I don't know, that'd be horrible, like, I've got cancer. Oh. I've got, my daddy beats me. Oh. Well, you would see nothing but horror.
Well, you don't cuddle the infectious ones, obviously.
Well, cancer's not infectious. Daddy beatings aren't.
Or at least you put on, like, a hazard suit, disguised as a Barney the Dinosaur costume.
I'm sorry, son, don't touch me.
I mean, there must be...
filthy and wrong and dirty.
Highest echelon of white-collar worker, that must be a stress-free job. Because you just go to lunches and no one seems to know what you do. Or Hollywood celebrity, there you go. There's a low-stress job.
I don't know, see, if I was in that situation, I'd be constantly afraid that, like, like, what's her name? Halle Berry at the moment, like, she's just...
Get in!
I
like that. Get in! Because that's like a British colloquialism meaning, oh yeah! Oh, get in my bum.
For genital-to-genital contact?
Get in my bum.
Oi, you, in me bum.
Right now.
Who wants a bit of boogery?
Yeah, celebrate our masculinity. Stick it in me bum. Oh, that's nice.
Right, who wants a jammin'?
Right, give us a kiss.
Give us a fist.
How did we get onto this?
We were talking about Dark Souls.
Yes, you...
I saw a wolf thing in a window, and I shot it with an arrow, and then it laughed at me in an old lady voice, and ran away, and called me an idiot. So, I'm guessing I did the wrong thing.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like one of the badger cats that had been hanging around and being a dick to me, so I was like, well, I've got the fucking solution to this, and shot it with an arrow from far away.
Oh, I think I know that bit. That was in the Let's Play thing.
And then it goes, ha ha ha, you fool, and I'm like, nut burgers.
Is that the where all the undead are? In, like, the swampy area?
No, this is in the, Darkwood Forest.
Yeah, that's the one. Where there's like a sort of cult you can join, as I recall.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be joining that cult anytime soon. I've killed them way too many times. On the plus side, that's a really great place for soul farming, because you can just go in there and get like 2,000 per dude. It's great. And
yeah, I've heard that.
My current loadout is really... I've got a ring that boosts my critical attacks, and these idiots just come in and, wail at me with a big heavy weapon and fall down, basically. And then I can just sneak up behind them and jam it into them!
Isn't that the place where there's lots of PvP?
Yeah, I've heard that. No one's bothered me yet, and I'm really glad, because I do not want to PvP at all. I don't want to leave
Do you, go around as a hollow a lot?
Yeah.
Well, you have to be human before we can do PvP.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I know that much from the Let's Plays. So you only get invaders if you're human.
Oh, that's nice. Good, because I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't know why. I understand why people might enjoy it, but it's like, I'm having a hard enough time killing the fucking horde of things that want to make my life miserable as it is.
Also, the ones that invade are inevitably a much higher level than
Yeah, see, I haven't had it happen yet, but I'm presuming, like, no one invades to lose a fucking match.
Well, no. You could turn it around on them though. Like, go, haha, you thought you would fight a poor little church mouse. Instead, you find a lion before you.
Well, I've got... See, I haven't been soul farming or grinding much. That's the thing, so... Oh, fuck's sake, Eddie Guerrero, you fucking chud bastard, sub-cretin piece of shit.
So you gotta grind.
Well,
You
yeah,
gotta
I
have room
haven't
to
been
grind.
doing
That's what I didn't like about Might and Magic 10.
Oh, yeah, I was
that-
watching you play that
That
last
it's
week.
so hard to find a place where you're actually
Safely.
high enough level
yeah.
where you can grind, and then once you've defeated the monsters, they're gone forever.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Yeah.
So you just it's less about grinding and more grinding in the correct sequence.
That's a bit fidgety.
And then if you don't level up your characters appropriately, after a while you're just kind of fucked.
That can... Yeah, I don't like...
That was like the System Shock 2 problem. You could get through a long way of that game before realizing that you'd leveled up your character wrong and now you were fucked.
That's fucked. Like, I don't like that. That's no fun.
It's just because RPGs are so hard to balance. The classic style of RPG where there's actually class differentialism, not the RPG element like style of RPG where you just stagger out the upgrades you get until you just got all of them by the end.
No, I'm perfect. Nothing can phase me.
See, this is my rule. An RPG has to have situations where you can end the game with a completely different build than you could have done the previous time you played the game.
That was the biggest problem with Deus Ex Revolution.
Exactly. Deus Ex 1, you did specialize a bit because you were absolutely cack-handed with every gun until you'd leveled up a bit.
Yeah. But I mean,
in
Deus
the
Ex you could not kill. You could get through games in a non-killing way, whereas...
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, in this one it was mandatory boss fights. And I
mean,
got friends who can't shoot, so...
In Deus Ex 1, you shoot the guys with the tranquilizer rifle and they run around for half an hour, like alerting everyone, going, help, someone shot me with the tranquilizers.
I remember the first time I did that, it's like, I'll shoot him in the neck with a tranquilizer dart, he'll fall down, and I'll move past him.
Yeah, how'd that work out? Not
about as
terribly
well as expected, yeah. It's just like, I shot him with a tranquilizer dart, and the guy's like, there's something in me fucking neck! And then everybody's alerted, and suddenly Johnny can't shoot, running around shrieking, and then
I don't
dead.
remember Deus Ex having missions in the north of England.
All the missions were set in the north of England.
Oh, I got shot in my fucking neck.
That's
Go
where
on then.
that's where
Come
everyone
on.
gets mercenaries, is the
Go
north
on
of
then,
England.
JC Denton, let's have a go.
I'll
Go on, you soft southern puff.
soft southern puff. That game
See your gravelly voice your way out of this, you
Kind
big
of.
tosser.
That game, like Deus Ex, is one of those ones where it was just before a lot of, I'll say, positive standardized elements of gaming,
Well,
which
it
sort
was-
of hurts it a little bit.
It was quite the mold breaker, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you
I
know
would
what I mean.
say-
Like when
I
you
would say-
replay it now, it's like, there's
It
just
really
problems.
hasn't aged well. For one
No.
thing, the level design is absolute arse.
Yeah.
It's all boxy, and all the characters are based on the same model. I would say that a lot of the things that one might attribute to Deus Ex would be better attributed to System Shock 2 in terms of breaking the mold for action adventure and action RPG. And because System Shock 2 actually has good level design. Shitty character design, but rough with the smooth.
Yeah, can't have it all. Well, I
But
mean,
you can-
sometimes you can.
You
But
can
it's-
download add-ons to System Shock 2 that put higher quality models in. But one of them is really kind of creepy because they changed.
God bless the mod communities.
Because
for
the
games
female,
like
they
this.
changed the female midwife to have massive exposed breasts.
Oh Jesus.
It's really quite strange.
Is that like I don't know. I've watched a friend play a bit of System Shock 2, but I don't think I've ever played it much myself.
That's why we tried to play it co-op, but kept fucking up.
Was that 2?
Yeah.
Oh.
System Shock 1, it's like the Street Fighter 2 thing. No one really talks about it anymore.
Yeah.
Because it was just kind of lame. It was more like Ultimate Underworld.
I don't know, like I used to think I had a really good memory for all games from back in the 90s, but now that I've gone through and looked back and this is like, oh wait, I've put games in the wrong era, fucking some of them are on the wrong system.
Well, at least
One of them was a shoe.
See, what you've done there is you've avoided the Dunning-Kruger effect.
What?
Dunning-Kruger effect is the thing where an incompetent person is less likely to consider themselves incompetent. Because someone who actually knows a bit about what they're talking about knows enough to know what they don't know, if you see what I mean.
That's like Socrates, that was the most important shit, was to know the shit that you are unaware of.
Yes. So a person who is actually an expert in the field has enough expertise to know the parts of it they're not so expert at.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean. Do you think that audience ever gets tired?
They are infinite.
They're
They
just-
are eternal.
They're just doing squats.
They are the gods
eternally.
of Ragnarok, determined to have an entertainment for all time.
You'd think the gods of Ragnarok would be able to rustle up another dimension or two for their appearances.
Dude, have you priced dimensions lately? Shit's not cheap.
What are you on about?
Interdimensional pricing.
I think we may be reaching the natural end of this conversational flow.
Must defeat jackasses.
Is this is this like the final boss or something?
It's where it's getting hard.
So it's not the final boss then?
No.
Well, I guess we're not going to finish the whole tournament then, are
Oh, no, I didn't think that was going to happen. I just wanted to play No Mercy for a while.
we? I see your game now.
Yes!
I'm going to pick something that even more only I like for next week. Maybe we'll just play Minecraft again.
You know everybody would love that.
Probably.
Minecraft!
Well, let's wrap it up. So, as to
Sony, backward compatibility, good.
Yes.
Nintendo, confused, bad.
Thank you. And Dark Souls, alright.
Dark Souls is great.
Dark Souls 2 coming out soon. I will check it out. I would recommend doing so.
Yes.
And now let's wait for a natural conclusion to events.
I might almost be winning here.
Okay?
1.
Okay.
Alright, he's not the legal man. Oh, that's okay. Alright, so that's what's been going on.
Oh, I think we should just better end this failure here.
But I want to beat Guerrero.
Okay,
Now
okay.
we'll never know if Yahtzee will be the European champion for all time.
Just give Guerrero a nice lovely kiss goodbye, and
Okay,
then
hang
we'll
on.
end.
Yahtzee kisses!
Mwah,
Yahtzee
mwah,
kisses!
mwah, 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 mwah. Good night, Eddie Guerrero. And good night, everyone.
Sleep tight.
1, 2.
The Akai engine is... Like, this engine is heavily regarded as...
I mean, if this were a realistic wrestling game, you'd just, at the start, you'd be in your manager's office saying, so who's winning this one? Me, okay. and then that would just happen.
Well, yeah, the competition isn't in who's specifically winning. It's, oh, look at that. Yahtzee just pulled off a reversal against Eddie Guerrero. That's not easy.
Wow, my imaginary life is doing great.
Oh, beats your regular life. At least this one you're not drawing tits.
Well,
Jerking off to them.
Hey. We didn't have the internet back in those days.
Okay, fun addition to that drawing tits story. Yahtzee couldn't draw faces, so he didn't.
Well, no, I mean,
He
you
was
don't...
just jerking off to disembodied tits.
Gabriel, you don't look at the mantelpiece while you're stoking the fire.
I do.
Well, anyway, let's settle into your boring...
Ooh, see, that was a headlock takedown. That's showing some of your judo background there,
Let's
Yahtzee.
settle into your boring homoeroticism and let's get started as soon as possible on the funniest topics we're going to talk about.
Well, I hope you have a bunch of topics, because I plan to just enjoy playing the game.
I bet you do. Well, I'm going to let you choose.
I stood on your face. Are you going to take that?
Well, it's up to you.
No, it's not. It's up to both of us. I need your power.
Fine, I'll sit here broadcasting my power in the form of drinking this lovely iced coffee.
Ah, good.
Yum. So,
Look,
Do you-
you're mooning them.
okay.
Look, you're pointing to your genitals.
Actually, my genitals appear to have turned into a small
Hey, look,
picture
now
of...
you're flopping your wang at him.
I look like a chimp. What
Yeah.
are you doing to me? I am a chimp waving...
Fucking, I'm blocking this, you son of a
I'm
bitch.
waving at a sexual rival from across the jungle.
Penis! The reversal system in this is not bad, but like different to how you'd... Oh, yes.
Alright, Gabriel.
German suplex! It's the greatest of suplexes.
Alright, Gabriel, your choice. Do you prefer urination or pedophilia?
I'm gonna go your... I love that. You collect the stickers that nobody else does, negating any social purpose of sticker collection. Alright, look, what title do you want to win?
Social purpose of
Yeah,
sticker
well,
collection.
you know, that's what the kids were doing it for.
Well, I think we should go for
Hardcore?
go for our roots and take the European Championship.
Alright, European Championship.
Yes, ha ha ha. You're stupid American. What have you done? Oh, aren't you clever? Look at.
Yes, that's right. This is Yahtzee Croshaw fighting for the European Championship.
Well, I'm glad I chose that now. This is the best championship, obviously.
Also, Yahtzee, bear in mind, this game only has 90 preset fuck hideous faces, so this was the best I could do. Don't take it as a personal comment.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, everything else about the character I created is a personal comment, but the face isn't.
I look like I've been smacked in the face with the ugly steak.
This is how Yahtzee walks after he's gotten laid. I've seen it. It's depressingly accurate.
And I'm certainly very raw. Although, I'm surprised you haven't noticed that I don't wear that hat anymore, Gabe.
Well, yeah, but the same way you keep it on in your videos is the same way I was going to sort of add to the fact that it was you.
Well, I don't wear black button-down shirts and jeans in my videos, but you seem to have captured that well enough as well.
He's wearing black button-down shirt and jeans now.
Yeah, it's uncanny. And my sunglasses are tucked into the neck of my shirt.
Oh, god damn it, Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, I just face-planted into the...
Yeah.
I believe you people call it a turnbuckle. And now we get to watch some sexual aggression for the next hour or so.
Well, you just hit a man in the genitals, so essentially, yes.
See, there's no art to that. There's no wit in going straight for the ghoulies. If this were genuine, I would take him down with a clever retort.
Well, taunts do play an important part in this game.
I'll bet.
This was like there was amongst wrestling fans.
Oh, hello, viewer. Didn't see you there, because you're not in the room.
G'day, listeners. You're in Yahtzee's mind.
It's Let's Drown Out again, and this time we're playing a choice that should come as no surprise was Gabriels. He'll be playing it while I pretend to care.
No, look, this is, I loved this game in the 90s, and somewhere in the YouTube comments there are a bunch of other people who are 15 years old and smoked weed and played this game constantly, and high five for you guys. I just want to leave this... Okay, see how this bit in the start is glitching really bad and going really slowly?
Well, I'm more hearing than seeing it.
This is Nintendo 64 emulation in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's problematic.
Well, and then here's the thing, you're going, oh, the game's gonna be broken. No! Yeah, see? The game's great, now it's fine. And the rest of the game plays perfectly fine. It's just that one opening bit won't emulate correctly.
Yeah, looks fine now. I'm not sure what I was worried about.
This was such a big deal. No Mercy.
Great. Hey, they forgot to capitalize the title there.
It's because they don't have Mercy. So, yeah, Yahtzee, I've got a very special surprise for us today. You and I are going to win a wrestling championship.
Oh, all my childhood dreams come true.
Which championship attracts you? Well, what do you think? What?
Can I tell you a little story?
Yes.
When I was in school, I used to have friends. Astonishing, I know.
I don't believe you.
We used to play fun games where we pretend we were like space adventurers or shit like that. But then all my friends got into WWF, specifically collecting the stickers of WWF, and suddenly there were no more spaceships, Gabe. Everyone would stand around the little huddles with little decks of stickers going, got, need. I had to befriend a dinner lady.
Wrestlers took my friends! So
you'll forgive my continuing attitude.
I never collected the stickers. I thought that was peculiar. I just really enjoy professional wrestling as a storytelling medium.
I did collect the Beano stickers, but nobody else...
That sounds even sadder. I don't know
nobody
what that
else did.
Yes.
Alright then, we're going to talk about the Sony PlayStation, which of course I have sometimes referred to as the piss poor. That was my angle.
Okay. Thought you were just going to break out some old VHS tapes.
So after all our complaining about consoles having no backwards compatibility, which for me is the major sticking point, there's talk, Gabriel.
Ooh.
There's talk of the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation Now streaming service that is in beta, I believe, of allowing the running of PS3, PS1 and PS2 games.
Oh, PS3 as well.
Well, the PlayStation Now service will apparently, as the rumours are saying, this is all rumours at the moment, will just be for streaming PS3 games, but not just to consoles, to phones and Sony TVs and tablets and all sorts of shit. And
that's kind of nuts, but cool.
Oh, something went down the wrong pipe.
Oh, you just went down on his knee. Take that, Eddie Guerrero.
But
may you rest in peace.
But the other rumour is that PS1 and PS2 software emulators are coming to the PS4.
Well, that's the thing. Like the PS, they said, oh, we can never get an emulator running on the PS3, and then anyone with a hacked PS3 knows that's bullshit because a friend of mine has a hacked PS3, and guess what? He has emulating on it.
Yeah, all the firmware's there.
Yeah, and it worked perfectly fine.
I know, and apparently they're just gonna come clean with the PS4 and bring.
Good job. Oh, the leg drop.
You and your homoeroticism.
It's you have to imagine professional wrestling as being like the ballet, but with less stylized combat.
You know, I've heard that before, but
look, it's okay if you personally don't like it, but I think disregarding anything as a medium of storytelling is kind of.
And there's that little pixelated picture of the moon again.
Yeah. Well, you have to point to your genitals, Yahtzee. Without that, how do people know it's homoerotic?
Well, how do I know who's winning, incidentally? I mean, I have the longer bar, but it seems to fluctuate.
Well, that's your momentum. So I'm doing better at the moment. I was losing a bit at first because this game is actually a little bit tricky, but quite good. But now I'm dropping some legs, nailing some power moves, and we're gonna, you're gonna do your finisher. I call it the critical hit.
Okay, that's not that great a name.
Now you're headbutting him.
It looked like I'm giving him lovely kisses.
Well, if you want to give Eddie Guerrero lovely kisses, I completely understand.
I mean, why did I have to entwine my arms with him while I was doing it?
Well, so he can't escape the headbutts. Here we are, Yahtzee time! Yeah! Ow, my face.
I'm not sure what.
Now you're hurting Yahtzee time. Stop hurting Yahtzee time.
I'm not sure what you think of me in your private moments, but I think this is giving us quite an insight. But yes, PS1 and PS2 software emulation coming to PS4, possibly allowing both digital and disc play.
Oh.
And you know what? If I've given the piss poor a lot of shit, but if they do that, officially all is forgiven, Sony. Took bloody long, but I'm fully on board. I mean, I might even stop referring to it as the piss poor.
Instead, call it the good effort.
Yeah, perhaps. PC is still best, though. And I should mention that all of that is rumours, perhaps even wishful rumours. The only source...
Master Race!
The only source we have for that is sources inside Sony. Could be the office dog for all we know.
It's a block of cheese with some mould on it that's been in the break room forever.
Going, woof, woof, backwards compatibility.
It's popular with the kids.
Why does he have fiery trousers?
It's part of the razzle-dazzle of professional wrestling,
I see. So, that face that I have, was that originally someone else's face?
Yes.
Dare I ask?
I have no idea. It's someone's.
Oh, right for the baggage check there.